Hello stock traders. In today's video, I am going to cover how I enter into a stock. I do a lot of work at putting these videos together, so if you can do me a huge favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before and you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. So much of how to enter a stock has a lot to do with the time frame that you have in mind for the stock that you are entering. The first question to ask yourself is, how long is this strategy? Am I in this stock for a couple of days or a couple of hours or a couple of years? I always have a strategy for every stock that I enter. It is so important that you have a strategy. And what I mean by that is, if you are playing what I call the PDUFA run-up play, then for example, I know I'm going to be in that stock for about 3 weeks. And so I have a plan for entry and I have a plan for exit. I advise that you know both before even getting started buying any position. For me, entering a stock is an art form, but it's easy enough to learn the strategies that I use for entering a stock that I'm going to cover right now. Let's go to the chart on SPY to demonstrate my short-term strategy. I think that you will find that it's very easy to understand. So I have the SPY set up here for 1 minute, and the thing I am looking to do is I am hoping to enter in where the RSI is below 50. That is always my hope. The second thing that I look for is a crossover of the MACD down here on the bottom. So I'm looking for this first green arrow. And once that is formed and I get my second one, I know that the trend is breaking and we are breaking towards the upside. So if you would have done that on this particular one, you would have entered at 415.59. Now I'm looking to exit after I have had a negative cross on the SPY, and that would have been a 415.87. And when I'm day trading and using very short time frames, that's what I will use, because so easily the stock can turn against you. So another decent entry is right here where my cursor is. You can see here that we have some things going on here. You know, the RSI is a little bit high, but we've had the positive cross on the MACD, which is really good. And so this is a good time to enter. And then this is the time to exit. So if I'm thinking a longer term play, like 3 weeks or so, for example, I will look at the daily chart, and that's how I'm looking for a great entry point. So looking for an entry right here, you can see that we've had a positive cross on the daily chart here on the MACD. And so this is a great time to enter because the chances are very high that this is going to continue along with the Elliott wave and move upwards. So we've had the MACD cross here, and you can see that this was a great time to enter on a daily chart when I would be looking to do so. Okay, so I'm going to go to another example on the daily chart, and I'm going to choose Myovent Sciences here. And this has a PDUFA date that was coming up, so it had a strategy behind it. And when I saw this positive cross here, this is the time to jump on because it appears money is going in. And we've now had confirmation that this stock is moving higher most likely. As you can see, this would have been a fantastic entry point and provided you with a lot of upside and helped you to pick the bottom here. Now see if you look here if you can see when a good time for entry is. For me, it was right here. Noticing that we've had a new low and then also have had a MACD crossover here on the positive. The perfect time to enter would have been right at $10.19. So it's very easy to pick an entry point. You can almost just pick any stock. Okay, so for Apple here, you see this major sell-off, and how would you have known that it was over? Well, on the daily chart, you would have been able to see and notice, yeah, this is very red. This is not looking good on the MACD. This is very negative. Also, the RSI is way too low. But looking here, we have a cross of the MACD looking positive here, and we have an RSI that is below 50. This looks like a fantastic entry point here, and you can see how this played out. It indeed would have been a very good entry. And that might be oversimplified, but for me, this is what has worked. The stock market game is mostly entry points and exits. If you can nail those two things, you can make a lot of money in the stock market. The other thing that is really key is to have discipline as a stock trader. Wait till the next day. Wait till that formed entry point happens if you're looking at the daily chart. And if you are looking for stock strategies and help with different ways of investing, we have a fantastic group. And as traders and investors, it's so easy to go it alone, but that's not the way to do it. Come be a part and let's make money together. Our standard member of our Patreon group is only $27. We have a link for that in the description down below. I think that you'll be glad that you joined. Lots of fantastic strategies each and every day. As always, I wish all of you the best on the stock market. I really appreciate all of you who have subscribed, and of course all of you who have joined through Patreon. Now let's go make some money, and Raythoven out.